Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aimee. If you're a first time viewer, then welcome. Today we are going to talk about the Sculpted by Aimee Second Skin Foundation. I did a lot of work on this video. I did a lot of use of this foundation. I've literally tried it as many times as I could in the last 10 days, and I've tried it in lots of different combinations. So I just want you to know that beforehand. Let's go to Aimee from last week and you'll get your first impression to start off with. Okay guys, so today I got my Cloud 10 order. I ordered the Second Skin from Sculpted by Aimee Connolly. I had on Instagram asked you guys what you thought of it, if you thought I should get it or not, has anyone tried it. Definitely 80% of people that came back to me were like, it's amazing, you're gonna love it, you should try it, definitely get it. And to be honest, I was probably always going to get it anyway. It is such a super hyped product here in Ireland. It is so super hyped. I feel like I can't turn around on social media only to be faced with like Sculpted by Aimee stuff, and particularly the Second Skin foundation. I ordered Fair Plus 2.5. If you go onto the website and you are like, oh, I have no idea what colour I am, I can't get into a pharmacy to swatch, because you won't these days anyway, so everything has to be ordered online. So if you haven't already used this, you might not know what shade you are. If you go onto their website, they have a fantastic section where they have a swatch on somebody's arm of loads of different really popular foundations and how a particular shade belonging to this range matches up in terms of shade. So for example, I saw on one of these that a shade they had compared this one to was Lancome 010, which is my natural kind of shade. So I knew straight away, I was like, yes, this sounds like it's gonna work for me. I also got this in the matte finish. Excuse me, I have such a painful cold sore today, and even talking like is actually really sore. I ordered the matte finish, and for those of you that have been speaking to me on Instagram about like dewy versus matte, I've said to you guys, I am terrified. Since I was a teenager, I am terrified of anything dewy. I always veer towards matte. And like I say, I have kind of like dehydrated, dry, combination-ish kind of skin. But I do always find that after a little while, certain foundations will leave me shiny here and here. And that's why I always go for matte finish. And I just like it. I don't know. I just really like a matte finish. This is 100% mineral foundation, which I'm really excited by because I've never tried mineral foundation before, be it liquid or like powder foundation. It's also got, and this is a huge selling point for me, it also has factor 50 SPF. Like, I think that's amazing, and it's UVA and UVB. I'm not really up on my SPFs, but I think that that's both a chemical and a physical barrier to your skin in terms of like sunlight and sun protection. So that's really super good. It's oil free and it's hydrating, which I'm like, yes, that's what I need. That's exactly what I need. I got this for, I think, was it 27 euro? If you're talking about your normal pharmacy brands like L'Oreal, Rimmel, like they're all quite cheap and they're all kind of under the 15 euro mark. But if you're talking about your higher end, like your Estee Lauder, your MAC, your Lancome, you're talking 35 to 45. So this kind of sits in the middle. So I mean, I had no issue with the price, to be honest. Okay, enough talking, let's put on the foundation. Okay, so I'm popping it onto my brush. As you know, I always use a beauty blender for my foundation, but they do recommend that you pop this on with a brush. So I'm just gonna go with the recommendations for the moment. As I tried it throughout the next couple of days, I'll try a few different things. Actually, one thing I am gonna do, because I know that Sculpted by Aimee Connolly also has a primer or a base product. I did not get that because I kind of have a, I don't know about primers, but I am going to try one side of my face with a primer and one without, and let you know this evening if that has made much of a difference. I'm just going to grab my One Heck of a Blot by Soap and Glory. So I'm just going to take some of that on my hand and I'm going to just rub it in onto my right side of my face. I clearly have no tan on, so the colour that you're going to see me put on is to match my natural no tan skin tone, which is very, very pale. But sometimes I do like to kind of have a little bit of a darker foundation, like ever so slightly darker, so I'm not kind of putting white on top of white and then I come out like a complete ghost. So I'm just going to start off, and I think it says on this, I'm trying to follow this by kind of like the letter of the law for the moment anyway. Apply 1 to 3 pumps of this foundation onto a buffer brush and apply it all over the face. Can be used as foundation, sunscreen or a concealer. Medium buildable coverage, easy on the skin, minimizes looks of pores. That's what I want. Brightens and radiates, SPF, physical sunscreen, and it's a vegan product. Let's give it a go and see how we get on. So I'm going to pop it on to this. Oh, that's a perfect match for me. That is perfect. I know, you're probably looking at me going, you are so white, it's like chronic, but that's who I am. So far, coverage seems lovely. It's not overly cakey. Coverage isn't huge either, but I know it's buildable. And actually, somebody that did come back to me on Instagram said that their skin started to act and feel and look better since they've been using this. So I thought that was very, very cool. I'll pop this onto my forehead. Down here, just disperse it a little bit. Yeah, so far it's lovely, and I don't really see a distinct difference between the two sides. Let me zoom in. Yeah, I don't really notice a difference between the two sides, like primed and not primed. So I'm going to throw a little bit of my Rimmel Stay Matte powder on my forehead and really just kind of like down these areas here. So that's a little bit of powder down on it. I'm just going to throw a little bit of blush down too, so I kind of like look a little bit alive, you know. So first impressions, really, really good. I am liking the minimal coverage, but yet the kind of look that it gives my skin. Like I say, it's not sitting into fine lines. It's not really bothering me at the moment. I think I look a little bit kind of like a porcelain doll right now. I need to diffuse out that blush a little bit. I'll come back to you at the end of the day, let you know what it's like, what it's worn like, and yeah, I'll talk to you then. Hello guys, it has gotten super sunny since I was last talking to you. So I put this on at 2 o'clock and it's now just after 7, so nearly 10 past 7 in the evening. I haven't gone anywhere, I haven't gone for my walk yet or anything like that. I've literally just been inside sitting at my desk. So what I can see up close is that it's definitely sitting into my lines, my laugh lines around here. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's very strange actually. It's come like, I don't know if you can see it there, but it's sitting into like a line in my nose that I didn't know I had, which is a bit weird. So without giving you the full close-up shot of my cold sore, that is kind of what we're working with. I'm not sure, I hope with the light you can kind of see what I can see. So I guess it still looks fine, but as I say, I would probably like right now, that's what I kind of want to do with it. Just to kind of like freshen it up, take it out of the lines. There's, for me, no difference whatsoever between the primed and the unprimed side. Hi guys, so I'm back. It's the next day and yeah, I'll be completely honest, I wasn't overly blown away by how that foundation performed on my skin yesterday, so I'm going to give it another go today. But today I wanted to try the application with the Beauty Blender as opposed to the brush. That's what I used yesterday. My trusty Beauty Blender for me always works wonders, so I just want to see if there's any difference. Today I'm not going to put on any primer because like I said yesterday, I noticed absolutely no difference in either side. Just popping some on to my Beauty Blender. I'm just getting ready for work. So I suppose yesterday I just kind of found that it sat on the top of my skin a little bit. What I will say about this particular shade for me is that I don't feel like I need to go fully down my neck with it because it's quite a decent match. Okay, I can already tell that that application with the Beauty Blender is already giving me a better finish. For me, that's kind of how I feel and what I see. I don't know if that's psychological because I just love using my Beauty Blender. But yeah, I already feel like my skin looks even better than it did yesterday due to this application. So that's that. So it's about a week later, maybe even over a week. I've been wearing this pretty much every day for the last week just to see what I think of it. Put it on about 10 minutes ago and I just wanted to give you an idea as to what it looks like. Plus it's super sunny and it like I can get a good video and you can see quite clearly, I hope. So that's kind of what it's looking like, sitting into my lines here. And yeah, like it's given me lines where I would not normally have problems with lines. I never have issues with lines here, and I don't know if that's just me aging or if this is just sitting in. And then as for up here, oh, like look, I have a really like severe expression up there anyway, but that's kind of what it's looking like. I'm sorry about the background noise now, but I just wanted to give you an idea that it's like 2:30, so I've probably got this on about 4 hours. And it separates around my chin, it gets a little bit oily, and I'm not oily at all. I've explained that so many times. I'm definitely on the dry side, and here as well then, like it's just kind of goes a little bit shiny and breaks down in and around my nose as well. So Bowie, do you want to say hello to everyone on YouTube? Do you? Oh, you're the best dog. Yes you are. Yes you are. Good. Before I start talking about whether or not this foundation is worth the hype, I just want to point out that this is how it worked for me. Foundation, I think, is super personal. So I just want you to keep that in mind, that this is just me and my skin. I've already talked through the price point. I've already gone through the bits and pieces on the box of what you should do and how you should apply it and what is in the product and whatnot. We've talked about that already. What I want to do now is just go through some of the positive points about this foundation. So what I found about this was the colour match was ideal. I'm wearing it today again. The colour match for me was literally so spot on, and I loved that portion of the website where you could see a comparison between MAC, Estee Lauder, Lancome, NARS. You can see all of these different high-end foundations compared to this foundation in terms of shade. So another point that I did like about this foundation was that it didn't have a completely 100% matte finish, and I kind of liked that because I have found that as I've gotten older and my skin has gotten older, dewy finish foundations are a little bit more forgiving for me and my skin. Now this is not dewy, this is not the dewy version. I did get the matte finish in this, but what I'm saying is that this isn't 100% matte, if that kind of makes sense. At least it wasn't for me. The not so positive things for me about this foundation, you'll have seen it throughout the videos and the different clips, is that while at the very beginning it didn't, but going on as I wore it, it sat everywhere into lines. It showed my pores up, it sat into lines around my eyes that I actually didn't even realize I had. It sat into my forehead lines. It rubbed off very easily, so I would say that I lost some around my nose, even when I wasn't rubbing my nose or like touching my, I'm trying really hard, I'm a face toucher, I'm trying really hard these days obviously not to touch my face, but even without like doing anything, it kind of broke down, and it broke down so badly around here, like really badly. You would have seen it probably in the last clip more so. It's as if it kind of like turned into almost like Melia or something. I don't know, it's just really odd. What I will say is that I didn't test out the kind of buildability until today, until I literally had to cover, I have a spot here and I wanted to cover that up, and I was like, oh, I haven't tried like the buildableness of this foundation because I don't want it to look overly cakey, because it was already looking cakey on me, and I popped some on the spot and it did nothing, it lifted up again. So I actually went in with like some Estee Lauder concealer. So that, yeah, I that's all I can say about the buildableness of this foundation. Didn't really work for me. So I have to answer the question now, don't I? Is it worth the hype? And guys, like, I'm not even joking when I say 80% of you were like, this is amazing, this is such a great foundation, you're gonna love it, it's fantastic. But the 2%, or the 20% I should say, that came back to me saying they didn't like it, hated it. So I'm definitely, I don't hate it, I'll 100% use it up, but I definitely don't love it. 100% I wouldn't use it on night out for a wedding, nothing, oh my god, no. I'd probably wear it to work. If I knew I didn't have that many meetings in a day, I would probably wear it to the cinema or wear like going for coffee with somebody. But for me, this didn't have a long lasting effect. It didn't work for me. It didn't work for my skin, and for that reason, I will say that it's not worth the hype. If I was you and you were like, oh damn, like I really wanted to get it, don't not get it, go into a pharmacy that you know has this on display and just ask them for a tester, or bring in a little kind of like a sample jar yourself and ask them if you can put like 6 pumps into it. Bring it home, try it on, see how you get on. Like I said earlier, this is €27. It's not your L'Oreal €10 or your Rimmel €10 foundation. It's €27. It's pricey, but it's not up there with your MAC or your NARS or your Estee Lauder either. So guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've anything to say on this, please, please, please comment down below. Let me know. If you're in the 80% category that you're like, Aimee, you're so wrong. You're so wrong about this one. Comment down below. Let me know. Like I say with a lot of foundations or skincare that doesn't work for me, I always say, well, how do you use it? What do you do? Am I doing anything wrong? Because I'm all open to, you know, using something different or mixing it with something or whatnot. So please do pop a little comment down below if you are like, I wouldn't use it that way. You're probably going to get a better experience with it if you use it the other way or whatnot. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to leave you to have an amazing day, whatever you are doing. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!